So there we are. Good afternoon, and like that the cat appears fighting with the dog. So good afternoon. We're back inside because it's manky. It's manky outside. It really is. It was like 3 days of absolute fantastic weather, and now autumn has come. It's raining. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's a tippity outside. So I thought about having a little outside blog, but I thought, nah. No, F it. I'll do it inside. So how are you? I think my tripod is slightly crooked. Ah, poop. I'll start again, I think. Nah, bollocks to it. I'll do it then. I was going to start again, but I thought, piss. Right, so life is good. I've got full batteries on me thingies now. Full batteries on me camera. Yesterday, or last time I did a show, I got a few minutes into it and the audio system cut out, ran out of batteries. And then when I was re-recording the next one, the main battery for the camera ran out. It's just like, really? Oh, wasn't with me last week. So, yeah, happy days. Went camping. That's the whole thing. Last week I was sitting there and I was going to tell you all these stories. And then when I did my little vlog to say I couldn't do it, this, that and the other, I forgot to tell you about camping. I went camping. It's not last weekend, weekend before now, but you didn't know about it because I haven't told you about it. Just a second. Oh, yeah. So, I went camping. I went camping. And me, the hound, we went camping and took the good lady who was going to do some filming for me. But on top of the red Komodo which I have, you touch the screen to start recording, but because it takes a second, she was, it won't, thought it was an actual button, and of course it went red again, which is bright red, dark red, and yellow, meaning I'm in between. And so I did the whole piece to camera, and she said, "It's recording," and it wasn't. Then she was pressing this thing again. It won't stop. It was just, whoa. It was like hundreds of little fraction of a second clips. Never mind. So I did all this talking to camera and lost that lot. So, yes. So I had my little camper, my little campette, which I can stand up inside because the roof swivels up. It's really quite pleasant in there. And if I need it to, the seats fold down, and I've got, a double bed, and there's no space for the dog, but there you go. So it's just me and the hound most of the time. But I can go out in the car, and we have a cooker, two hobs, 2 little burners. There's a fridge. What else is in there? There's a little sink. So it's completely self-contained, and the front seat turns round, so you've got an armchair. And there's a little table as well, which is so nice and bijou. But yeah, so we have this tent which takes like 5 seconds to flip up. It's one of these new fangled, just lift it and it pops out. What they don't tell you is if you don't get the legs in the right place, they stick out and try to snap. Oh, we've got to take it down again. But yeah, it's pretty good. Last year we went out and there was a gale force 10,000 which came up over our tent, and we were completely fine. But the bloke in the camper van behind us, the whole of his awning got ripped off. The lady in the inflatable tent, most tents have got some sort of metalwork or fiberglass to keep them rigid. Now these are pneumatic, so you pump them up. So you pump this tent up and up it comes. And of course, if you've got a tiniest leak, it will go down. And they had an awning, they had fires, they had inflatable chairs, you name it, they brought it with them. And this storm, this little microburst, and everything was gone. There was a metalwork frame over this tent, this small tent they put up, which had looked like somebody had taken silver paper and just scrunched it in their hand. The bloke whose awning had got ripped off was covered in blood because he was trying to fix it, and it blew a hoolie again. But there you go, didn't it? Yes. Hang on. Slurpette. 1 second. I do like my tea. So there we go. So yes, it was a lovely day. We had a lovely dinner. The simplest thing in the world. Boil some pasta. Drain the pasta off. And I like to use the ribbon pasta. It's quite thick. Quite wide, I should say. Stick in some cream. Bring it to the boil. And throw some salmon and tarragon in. And that's it. Because if you cut the salmon really, really thin, it takes seconds to heat through. Pinch of salt, bit of pepper, absolutely lovely. And that's what we did for our dinner on Saturday night. But this is not last Saturday, Saturday before. But yeah, it was lovely. I really do like getting out there in the Ulu. You know, just watching the world go past. I've got these chairs that you put up, and it's fantastic. So life is yoo-hoo at the moment. Got the Sidmouth Jazz and Blues Festival coming this weekend, which if you saw my little post, you'll remember me talking about it. But yeah, this weekend, Sidmouth Jazz and Blues Festival. Looking forward to that. I'm going to try and get some footage. I'm going to take my camera down there, and we'll see if we can get some footage of the Jazz and Blues Festival, because I've got to go down with the doggy as well, so she's got to come with us. So we need a couple of chairs and all sorts of things. Oh yeah, I do like my tea. So looking forward to the Cuban night. We've got some Cuban guys coming over, Cuban jazz, lots of blues workshops. It's just a great place to be, I've got to be honest with you. Sidmouth is predominantly the folk festival. They've been going 60 years. And it's 95% of the people are just down here for the music, but there's a lot of people down here to cause mayhem. And I don't mean drunken yobs getting, well, apart from those getting blethered. There is the political activist side. You'll have, it's just the bollocks to Brexit brigade. They were down here a few years ago. And I can guarantee you it'll be the Palestinian lot down here this year. It'll be, it just becomes, last year and the year before it was the transgender mob. I demand to use the ladies' toilets. Okay. Oh, you're not going to say anything? No, go ahead. Just don't miss, because I have to clean it up. But, yeah. Oh, well, I demand to be treated, yeah. Some lady came up and said, what's your pronouns? And I said, Bob. She said, pardon? And I said, have you seen Bob? Bob said, excuse me, Bob. That's my pronouns. And by the way, it stands for battery-operated boyfriend, just in case you didn't know, Bob. And on the subject of battery-operated boyfriends, hello, Cheryl, out there, Cheryl, out there in the States. Lots of little strokes, getting better, I know. You know, I've talked to the big guy, and he says he's going to look after you. So, okay. Yeah, so looking forward to the Jazz and Blues Festival. Looking forward to the Folk Festival as well. If we can keep clear of the you-know-whats. Yeah, I mean, everyone's got a right to protest. That's what gives free speech. But if I started having free speech about Israel, they'd be there, oh, how dare you? You're insulting. You're offending everybody. Isn't that what free speech is about? The right to offend? I don't know. Anyway, so, excuse me a second. Been up in my studio for the last few nights. I've done my application to Ofcom. That's all done. I've got a little bit of work to do for Cassandra, who was in the studio today, doing some voice recording. Yeah, so I've got that. But I've been up in the studio recording. I'm going to do a studio tour. I'm sure I'm going to do a studio tour. But I've got a couple of other keyboards, but my saxophone last week, I've got a vintage saxophone, which I've probably told you about before. I went down to Ivy Bridge last week and took my saxophone for repair. Now this is it's 101 years old, this saxophone. It's a 1923 Conn, C-O-N-N. The serial number matches with the register and stuff like that. But if you put a light down on the inside, you can see where you put the pads down, there's light getting out. And it's really difficult to play because you just cannot get any of the registers. There's a few springs broken. When the lady says it's going to cost you 500 quid to be repaired, it's like, how much? So 500 quid, because there's a bit of specific work that needs doing, and there's some soldering and all sorts, but it's a beautiful thing. And I was going to go down and busk with it. Well, I normally busk with an electric sax, but this time I think I might take the E flat down, or sorry, the B flat tenor down with me. I'll have to transpose all of my music because I'm not very good with G sharp and E flats, but there you go. I'll just transpose. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to go down and do some busking with that. Life's okay. I mean, we're starting to get summer. I know it's pissing down with rain at the moment and it's really grey and dark out there, but I think we had a storm warning come through. The next couple of days, light winds, cloud, maybe the odd shower on Sunday. It's going to be okay. So we're going to take dog down with me and we're going to have some good times down there. Yeah. No, she's asleep. Poor little thing. When we were out walking, she used to be all over the place. Now she's plodding behind me and it's really difficult. I mean, she's coming up to 13 for a big lurcher as well. Yeah. She cuddled up to me the other night and she was like, And then she looked deep in your eyes and you think, uh-oh. Yeah, she's all right. It's going to be a real heart wrench when it's Rainbow Bridge time. Everyone says, oh, it's just a pet. It's not just a pet. You know, for 12, over 12 and a half years I've had her. She's been in my life and it's just like, really? You know, you think I was working it out the other day. On average, she has 3 poos a day. Over 12 and a half years. That's a lot you pick up. It's a lot of poop I've picked up. Tons of the stuff. Mind you, the cat, she's sitting there on the chair. She's just as bad. When I get in the day, she'll sit on the stairs and meow. What? Meow. Then you have to go upstairs and she's been sick. There's a poo in a cat litter tray which needs taking out because she doesn't like poop in her tray. She likes a nice clean tray, so you've got to do that. These things, this cat litter costs an absolute fortune. Never mind. Anyway, so are we still doing okay? Yeah, I'm just checking to see if I've got voltages. Yes, I have, and we're still recording. And everything's good, yeah. Oh, yeah. I tell you what, it was really bad yesterday. Last time I did this, these little road things, they cut out. I don't know why I charged them up. They were charged up full, but they cut out again. And then the battery went on the back, so poop. Oh, never mind. Life is, it gets stressful. We had a lady in the studio. I said Cassandra came to the studio today. And the dog just does not like her. And she's like trying to get between me and her. Now, the other day when we were in the community centre, the dog kicked off with this other lady. And I said to her, are you spiritual? And she said, oh yeah, very. Now I think what it is the dog senses the energy these people have, but she doesn't know whether it's good energy or bad energy, if there's such a thing. And that's what sets her off, and she doesn't understand, and therefore she's all, get away. But my little dog was protecting me. Lovely. So, yeah, Cassandra's been in the studio. She's been doing her yoga, and we've been doing classes for her. So she's been recording the yoga, sitting there, and gongs and all sorts of other things. And it's okay. Just a second. I'm just going to have another slurp out. I don't even see the steam coming off. But I do like my tea. Oh, I've got strawberry tartlets tonight. I've baked blind some cases. I made a creme pâtissier, and got some strawberries which you dice up and put in the cream pat, and add a little bit of mint. We got fresh mint in the garden, and then some cream and some more strawberries, and it is really good. I mean, it's not just good, it is, it's excellent. It really is. Hang on a second, I'm just going to slip up my chair because I be slipping down, I do. Right, so yeah, I shall hopefully take my camera down and do some filming while we're down there tomorrow. Starts tomorrow and goes on until Monday evening, so looking forward to that so much. Right, I've been invited to a drinkies tomorrow night as well, but I don't think I can go because I've got to rush back because I've got people in the centre, and Thursday night. Never mind. So, is there anything else I can tell you? No, done my camping stories. Yeah, everything else is working out right. Life is really peaceful and happy, apart from the bloody weather. It is manky. Once I'll put some footage in of what it's like outside. It's just grey, but there you go. Not much I can say really. It's just well. I'll see you next week. I'll see you next week for another quick chat of what's happening. I should tell you about the Sidmouth Blues and Jazz Festival, Jazz and Blues Festival, whichever way you go. One thing they have got is free education classes. So they're putting on these classes, harmonica workshops, blues workshops, and you can just turn up and it's all free. Play the blues. So I was thinking I might just turn up and play a bit of blues. Yeah, well, we've done that before, haven't we? Yeah, I've got to take my iPad down, and I've got a Hammond organ app on my iPad, and plug it into the keyboard and just... Yeah, it's all right. It's a bit clicky. It's not like a good iPad. But I will give you a tour of my studio, and we'll see if we can get that set up for the next couple of days. So until next time, if you see me down at the Sidmouth Jazz and Blues Festival, come up and say hello. I'll have my Sid Valley Radio t-shirts on, so you can't miss me. Well, obviously, because you know what I look like. It's not like... we have a lady who comes in on a Monday, and lovely Alice, and she sits there and you ask her a question and she just shrugs her shoulders, and you go, Alice, it's a radio station, it's not a TV. Ooh. Yeah, so I'll see you soon. Bye bye.